Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of our program. Today, we are continuing with the third personality disorder under cluster A, which we are talking about schizotypal personality disorder. Yesterday, we spoke about schizoid personality disorder, and these two disorders have a lot in common. Tomorrow, I will give the sharp distinctions. So, today, we will focus on schizotypal personality disorder. This disorder can be defined as a pervasive pattern of social and interpersonal deficits. It's usually marked by acute discomfort with and reduced capacity for close relationships. It also has to do with cognitive or perceptual distortions and odd behaviors. It begins at early adulthood and usually presents itself in a variety of contexts. For someone to be diagnosed of this disorder, five or more of the following symptoms should be present. First, these people usually believe in ordinary events about them. A stranger makes a slang here and they think you are talking to them. Two, they usually have unusual beliefs or magical thinking. Things like mind reading, they believe in a sixth sense, and so on. Three, they usually possess some strange sensory experiences. They feel what is not existing. Four, they have strange or unclear way of speaking. They speak vaguely, metaphorically, they speak in a way that is difficult to comprehend. Five, they are very suspicious in their dealings. So they exhibit traces of paranoia. Six, they are very inappropriate or they have limited emotional expression. You see somebody talking about something that is very sad and pathetic, but the person is laughing about it. Seven, they have an odd behavior or appearance. They usually appear odd, dressing weirdly. Eight, they have few or no close friends outside their family members. Nine, they usually feel anxious in social situations. And mind you, these symptoms will present themselves in various areas in their life, and these people must have been cleared from schizophrenia, autism spectrum disorder, or other effects of drugs or medical problems before one can clearly say that this is what they are going through. Looking at the causes of this disorder, they can present themselves as a biological factor. The causes could be biological. For example, genetically, people who come from a lineage that has history of schizophrenia, they are predisposed to have this disorder. There could be malfunctioning in brain structures, such as the prefrontal cortex, which could make someone be predisposed to this disorder. Environmentally and psychologically, people with childhood trauma, history of childhood trauma, may present or may be predisposed to this disorder. There are also situations of social stressors such as bullying or isolation during the formative years of a child's life that could predispose a child to this disorder. There is also an issue of parenting style. Coming from a very strict home or a family where they are suspicious to may give the child that predisposition for this disorder. Now, finally, there is also what we can talk about called the neurochemical factor that could predispose a child. So, abnormalities in neurotransmitters, popularly a popular neurotransmitter in this situation could be dopamine. Abnormalities in these neurotransmitters can be a great factor that will affect the child's upbringing and consequently predispose this child for this disorder. So, in our next discussion, we will give a clear distinction between schizoid personality disorder and schizotypal personality disorder. This is to help give this, since they are similar, they all fall in cluster A of personality disorder, and they are all odd and eccentric in nature. We will do that sharp distinction for purpose of clarity. So thank you very much for listening and see you in our next discussion.